Hey, this is Mark Henry, author of Dancing with Energy, Healing, Magic, and Mysticism, here to talk to you more about the occult and the paranormal. Well, today I'm going to be talking about protection work can be easy. That's the title. Well, right before we get into that, before we jump in the deep end, I just wanted to remind you that I have an Etsy attunement store. In fact, I just released yesterday a particular attunement called Genius Protection. It uses the Genius spirits are the 84 spirits that are, I guess you can see as far as vibration, are closer to angels than anything on the dark side. But I'm going to be using, with this attunement, it was built with the connection of 11 genius spirits to help you in various elements of protection. Uncrossing, another thing would be basic curses, accidents, random stuff. This particular attunement will help you with all of that. So I'm going to put a link in the description. In fact, it's something that people have been asking for. And I think this will be my first one, my first protection attunement. So check it out. I've already got some people who have been interested and took advantage of it. Well, okay. Well, when we're talking about protection, there's a lot of negative influence in our life, and there are certain things that we can't really control as far as the information getting to us, in the sense of, let's say, the media perhaps focusing and exaggerating certain elements of the news, making us full of dread, anxiety in order to boost ratings, because all those types of things make people watch. Or it could be the negative intentions and actions of others. And then, of course, there are other type of negative forces that can affect you. For example, and by the way, I've done videos on a lot of these already. In case you want me to go into more detail, that would be the place with these categories. Number one would be parasitic entities. So think of them as like vampires or advanced mosquitoes. Those type of beings. They extract blood. They can make you tired. It can kind of just make you fatigued and lack focus, all that sorts of things. But instead of these parasitic entities actually extracting physical blood, they are extracting your spiritual blood, your life force, your energy, as circulating through your energy systems like your chakras and aura and all of that. The second one I want to mention would be environmental forces. So this might be, for example, spirits of the land near your house, your neighborhood, your environment. Problems can arise when a subdivision is built on top of unknown burial ground, and now you have spirits who are potentially upset regarding this, and they can cause some sorts of things that are unpleasant, let's just say. Or it could be, we're talking about environmental spirits, it could be nature spirits who their habitat has been destroyed by cutting down trees, plants, foliage for the sake of development of land. For example, getting back to these neighborhoods. They don't take too kindly to that. And even though you may not be responsible for cutting down those trees and a lot of the nature around, you are there and you are a target. Number three, just the basic negative thoughts, intentions of others, whether that be jealousy, envy, or just plain dislike from people. So how do you handle this in these categories? Well, with the parasitic entities, they can be discouraged from entering by psychological healing. They tend to be attracted, especially to more pronounced mental illness, addiction issues, that sort of thing. When people are already vulnerable, they can attach. but not just to the people who suffer from those things. They can also attach to relatively healthy people, but by growing spiritually, by doing spiritual healing work, that tends to discourage them from doing that. That's kind of like the kryptonite. You can also do things like cleansing your auras with your spiritual baths, all those sorts of things. You can also call upon, if you have a team of guides or you're connected to an angel or other type of spiritual beings who can help assist in the removal and extraction of those sorts of things. Because a lot of it is, most of the time, it's just very distracting, and it doesn't necessarily cause any severe harm. It's just, why have them there? Why do you need the background noise, in other words? Well, the environmental forces, I find that those spirits that are upset can be appeased by giving them offerings. The last one, the negative thoughts and maybe even curses. Much, 70-80% of that can be avoided. And I'm saying mild curses, not serious work on somebody. A lot of that can be ameliorated with just leading a good life, being healthy, trying to take care of yourself, being able to find the divinity within yourself or your inner experience of God or whatever it is that you connect with as far as a higher power. One of the things that is good about, I guess, being human and connecting is that we have I think you kind of a spiritual center where when you're tuning into it, when you look within, you can usually find it inside. I sort of connect with it through a space between, I guess, my belly button and my private parts, if you want to think of it that way. There's a center. In Japanese call it the hara, the Chinese call it the tantien, but it is the reservoir of you, according to those traditions, of your ki or your chi. I can usually find spiritual power there if I need it, and can allow it kind of to circulate through my body. So that is something that you can focus on with your eyes closed to keep you centered. If you ever feel like you are being overwhelmed by some of these things, as people who are attracted to healing, maybe energy workers or people that do magic, a lot of us are sensitive and we don't mean to, but we can absorb a lot of things. And so we need kind of a way to take care of ourselves, and that's one way. And of course, you can use what I suggested about spiritual baths and things like that to clean your aura out for that particular thing. And that is basically it. I wanted to give you a quick rundown of protection and the different forces you could encounter. That list isn't mutually exclusive. There are other things. But I want to kind of give you a snapshot. And of course, if you want additional help with that, I'll put a link in the description for my protection attunement, which when you activate that as part of the attunement, it can go ahead and help you and protect you from a lot of those sorts of phenomena. Okay, well, I will see you in a future video. Talk to you later, and I hope that you have a good rest of your Monday. Bye-bye.